What's up, you guys? So I'm deciding if I'm gonna post this video, being that I already kind of posted a video, but I might just do double videos and we might just call it a day. So this is a quick video and it's just to whoever it may concern. It's regarding sickle cell anemia. Am I saying these right? Sickle cell anemia, sickle cell trait, and also something that I can't even think of the name of right now. So let me find it in my binder. People who are worried about that, because I have gotten questions, you know what I'm saying? 1 second, so I can find it. You know I gotta come with receipts. I gotta come with receipts. I gotta pee. Well, this is gonna be a quick video because I gotta pee, but I'm not stopping the camera. I gotta stop the camera. Got it. Okay. Boom. 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 I didn't pee yet, so we gonna make this real quick. So for anyone who is wondering, now look, all I'm gonna say is, you know, because I don't advocate for liars, but I know that a lot of y'all not telling the full truth. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna point no fingers, you know what I'm saying? All y'all pour y'all in the back. But a lot of y'all not telling the truth when you go in with certain health conditions or certain habits from the past. It's just a real thing. Some people, you don't gotta say who you are, you know what I'm saying? But just thank me later. If you are someone who has sickle cell, or you have family members that have had sickle cell trait, or you know it runs in your family, and whether you've gotten diagnosed or not, it's like a worry or a concern, something that you're worried about upon going in, like you haven't talked to your recruiter about it, or like you don't really know about it, so you really haven't talked to nobody about it. Whatever you're doing, this is what I'm gonna tell you, bro. A lot of people feel like they're gonna get disqualified. Now, I don't know how it goes before you go in. Like if it's like a thing where if you tell your recruiter you get disqualified. I really don't think it is, but I don't know. Don't quote me on that. However, maybe talk to your recruiter, fill them out, see how it is, talk to them about it, and like kind of catch their vibe, because sometimes a recruiter, they can write you a waiver. A lot of things can be waived. Don't let these recruiters lie to you. The only thing is that they just don't want to do the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference between a lot of these things. You know, fill your recruiter out. If not that recruiter, you can always call somebody else. And like, you know, it's just important to know what you can do. Don't let a recruiter lie to you, bro. You know? Sorry, we just got off on a tangent. We can talk about that one day, but I'm telling y'all, these recruiters will get you, bro. I thank God that I had such a great recruiter. But I'm telling y'all, the stories that I hear is like crazy. Like it's crazy. Moving on. When it comes to that, a lot of people are scared that when they get into BMT, because you know they do these physicals on you, y'all. I'm just gonna let y'all know, for people who are acting like they don't know, bro, they do drug tests. So I don't know what's going on, but I would suggest, you know what I'm saying, I would suggest, you know, you shouldn't be doing it anyway, you know, but if you is, I would suggest you not do it before you go to BMT, because you're gonna get caught and you're gonna get disqualified and you're gonna have to take your booty back home, okay? You shouldn't be doing it anyway, but I have gotten that question, and it's okay, y'all, because I thank y'all for coming to me, because you can trust me, it's a safe place. But damn, right before, you can't be doing that right before? What are you doing? What is you doing? Like, when I saw it, I was just like, bruh, what do you mean? You go on Tuesday, you did it Monday. What do you mean? Anyway, though, so about this, if you're someone who does have sickle cell anemia or sickle cell trait, I can speak on this because I know some people who know some people who know some people, you know what I'm saying? Plus, let me just tell you, you don't have to worry. You're not gonna be disqualified. You know you like that, don't you? You like that. Okay, so you're not gonna necessarily be disqualified. What's gonna happen to you is you're gonna go, and I'm just speaking from experience, and I know y'all probably like, oh my gosh, she has sickle cell. No, I don't have sickle cell, but let me tell you, there's something else they test you for, you know what I'm saying, that you need to be aware of. Yeah, so what is gonna happen is you won't get disqualified, but they put you under like a watch. Not that it's a bad thing, but they're just trying to make sure nothing happens to you, especially when we're doing activities, because I can't really think about it right now because I don't really have that much information on it. But if you're sickle cell, if you have sickle cell or sickle cell trait, it's like certain things that can happen to you while you're running. I don't know if like your heart start racing, it's something. I could probably look it up, y'all need to look it up. I just know that basically they make rules because something happened. And I remember somebody did pass away. I think they did have sickle cell, and they passed away while they were running on the track. So they changed some things, you know? Anyway, we get off topic. So what will happen is during like 6 weeks or 4 weeks, or not even 4 weeks, it was like the second week, it'll be around the time, it'll be early, bro. You will get called down. You'll be called down to the medical office. And let me tell y'all, they not only will call you down for stuff like that, but if something came up positive, such as like, y'all know what I'm talking about, cannabis, we don't gotta talk about cannabis, weed, you know what I'm saying? If you have that stuff in your system, you will get called down. If you got an STD, someone gave you a little present before you got there, called down, if they find out certain things like this, you'll get called down at a certain time. So what will happen is you'll get called down to the medical group or to the medical office, medical facility, clinic. They're just gonna educate you on what you have. I really am not sure if it was just sickle cell trait or if it was actual sickle cell, period. But if you fall in that category, I'm trying to get in contact with my brother right now so he could tell me if he knows. But I'll try to put it down in the description. But what we'll do is they'll get you in a room and you'll sit in there. So not only are the people who have sickle cell trait, one of the two or both of the two, not only are they in there, but the people who are G6PD deficient, they also in there, you know what I'm saying? And let me tell y'all about this G6PD deficiency. You might not know you had it. There's a lot of things, that's another thing about the military. There's a lot of things that you're not gonna know you had, but they gonna diagnose you anyway, you know what I mean? They gonna test you, diagnose you, you gonna be like, damn, I didn't know I was allergic to air. I didn't even know I was allergic to air. This is new to me, bro. You find out you're allergic to a lot of stuff that you ain't know about before. They'll invite you in this room. It'll be people who are G6PD deficient, which I do have some information on that. Those are people who are like allergic to aspirin. Listen, you might not even know about it, but they found out, so now you're G6PD deficient, okay? So it's like people who are allergic to aspirin. I have a little paper on it. And it's funny because you're like, well, I don't have any reactions to aspirin, right? That's what a lot of us thought. But it says, I have been taking aspirin my whole life, never had any reactions. Why do you say I should avoid them? There are many types of G6PD deficiencies. Some are more sensitive while others are less so. If you experience a reaction that is unusual, seek medical attention. So basically it's an allergy. And like I said, some of y'all might not know, but they're gonna diagnose you anyway. So it'll tell you stuff that you should avoid, like aspirin, certain antibiotics like Bactrim, nitrofuran, nitrofurantoin. I can't do that. Mothballs, avoid becoming ill, henna tattoos, fava beans, you know, certain stuff that a lot of people don't eat anyway, but you know what I'm saying? So basically it's just like an allergy. Then you got the people who have sickle cell trait. Like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I just literally sucked up that pee and I don't know where it went. Like, that's crazy because I really had to pee. But it's basically the blood cells. It revolves around the shape of the blood cells and how they connect and how the oxygen just is not flowing. Boom! The oxygen don't flow. So that's why a lot of people have a hard time when they're doing like physical activity. So that they need to know if you do have sickle cell trait, or is it the whole sickle cell? They do need to know if you have sickle cell trait, because when you're running for PT, they'll give you like a red wristband. They call them red dog, or no, it's not even a red wristband, it's a red dog tag. Like, even when they're information, they'll like call them out, they'll be like, is there, you know, any red dog tags or whatever, and then you gotta fall out, and then, you know, you do your own little thing. Like, so overall, a lot of people already know if they have it, or some people find out later. Just depends on, like, you know, what you've been doing as doctors and whatnot. But it's just like a different flow. Like, it has to do with the hemoglobin, the blood cells, and the shape of them. Like, most people have, you know, perfect little donut. I won't say donut because it doesn't have a hole in the middle, but perfect little, like, yeah, they like jelly-filled donuts. They have perfect jelly-filled donut little cells, you know what I'm saying? Then you got, like, let's take a bite out of that donut. You got the little crescent, you know what I'm saying? The crescent jelly. That's what they got. Sickle cells, that's what they have. That's what people have. They have the little crescent, and that affects like how it flows through the bloodstream and how it sticks to certain things and how the oxygen starts flowing through. It's a science to these things. In this room, they'll educate you on what you have, and you won't automatically get disqualified. But what they will ask you, this is the most important part, they will ask you, they say, basically, now that you have been informed on your condition and you know the risk, because they talk about the risk with you. I don't remember what they had said, but it's certain risk they said. You know the risk. Do you want to continue with the Air Force? If you are having a hard time, and I am not telling you to do this because I feel like you ain't come this far to quit now. I don't know what this is on my elbow, but it's like, it's just been crazy. But if you, I feel like it's a bad thing because I can't remember if it was like the second week, but basically they ask you this at your prime weak point. Like 0 week is really bad. First week, second week, it really don't start getting good till third week. So in between that time, not even third week, it's like second week or first week. That's when you go in and they ask you, now that you know the risk, do you want to get out? Because that's your only way to get out of the Air Force. Like they'll say you can get out of the Air Force because now you know you have sickle cell. And some people really get out, you know what I'm saying? And some people stay in, you know, it is what it is. So if you think you're gonna get disqualified, you won't. The only thing is like you kind of decide whether you stay or whether you don't stay. It's up to you. Now for people who may get diagnosed with G6PD, you don't got no way out, bro. you just got G6PD. And it's just a deficiency, like it's nothing crazy. Keep living your life, stay strong, live your best life. I just want to tell y'all that because I know some people are like worried about stuff like that, and they may not know, and I don't really see a lot of videos on it, but that's from my experience, what I have seen. Also, this is not a race thing, but I'm just gonna be honest with you guys can look it up. When walking into the room, not that it matters, but it doesn't matter, because I want certain people to understand that it could be you, okay? Because when I walked in and I saw like the demographics of who was in there and like the certain races that are in there, it's predominantly African Americans and Latinas. My Spanish and my blacks, you know what I'm saying? It's mainly minorities in there. You got your African Americans, you got your Latinas, you know what I'm saying? You got your Spanish, your Espanol, you know what I mean? You got them all in there. And then there might have been like 2 Caucasian people, but like 15, 16 of them are black and Hispanic. So if you are that, just be cognitive, or if you know already, you might already know, but just be wary that you could be called down and it could be something running through you, because I guess these are things that I've seen, and they even talk about that during the whole little slideshow. They say, it even said in the slide that predominantly it affects people whom are African American and people whom are, Latina, you know what I'm saying? People who's Spanish. Yeah, I just want to tell y'all about that. I'm gonna try to get this video out today. We're gonna have 2 videos today because I know y'all don't want to see these hair videos, but I still do them because I get free wigs. So I'm still doing, you know what I mean? So I'm about to, that's literally my pee bounce because I have to pee. So I'm about to edit this video, get it out to y'all, and I think, because if it's like 9 o'clock, then it might not be getting this out. But we'll see. So